A man who was born to race, Max Verstappen, is currently known as the reigning champion of Formula One. The current Red Bull number one is a special talent that is enjoyable to watch, both his career over the course of his life and his performance on the track. Being only 25 years old, Max already made himself known throughout the world with his current title as 2 times in a row F1 World Champion. He is made of the right stuff of racing and with an assertive father even by the standard of racing dads. Max was only ever going to go in one direction. This is a story of a flying Dutchman who proved that records are things made to be broken. Max Emilian Verstappen was born on 30th September 1997 in Hasselt, Belgium. He is a son to Jos Verstappen and Sophie Kumpen. Jos himself was a Formula One driver and his mother Sophie is a former karter and racing driver. Both of his parents were separated when he was young, after which he lived with his father Jos. Although being born in Belgium, has a Belgian mother and resided in Bree, Belgium, he decided to complete with a Dutch racing license because, well, he feels more Dutch. Verstappen made his F1 debut after just 1 year of car racing, stepping up from karts to European Formula 3. His journey to the top seems short, but it wasn't. Verstappen was driving quad bikes when he was still only 2. By the time he was 4, he is already fascinated with vehicles but restrained by slightly reluctant parents. He saw a younger friend karting and asked his father if he could have a kart. With the help of incessant pleas and some tears, Max managed to convince his parents to put him in a kart at 4.5 years of age. This begins the narrative of Verstappen as a prodigious talent. He won his first race when he was 7 years old. Age 9, he was a champion in Belgium and the Netherlands, and he'd add more domestic titles over the next few years. Verstappen stopped up to international karting in 2010, signed a deal with CRG to race in their factory team at the World and European Championship. In 2011, young Max won the WSK Euro Series. Not only that, Max entered the Interpret driver program in the following year to race in the KF2 and also KZ2 classes. He won the WSK Master Series in the KF2 class and won the South Garda Winter Cup in KF2 class. Age 15, Max already won 2 European titles and a world title. Just take it all, will you? Fully graduated from karting, Max's first experience in a racing car was at the Pembrey circuit on 11 October 2013. He drove 160 laps in a car that was provided by the Dutch team MP Motorsport. He tested several Formula Renault cars, a class regarded as the entry level for drivers before they moved to higher formulas, where he also learned advanced racecraft there. In December 2013, Max finally got the chance to test a Dallara F311, a Formula 3 car run by Motor Park Academy. On 16 January 2014, it was announced that Verstappen would make his racing debut in the non-championship Florida Winter Series. And on 5th February, at the second race of the series, Verstappen won the race at Palm Beach International Raceway after starting from the pole. Few weeks later, Verstappen again won his second race of the series at Homestead Miami Speedway after beating Nicolas Latifi by a mere 0.004 seconds. Following his single-seater debut in the Florida Winter Series, Verstappen drove in the FIA European Formula 3 Championship for Van Amersfoort Racing. Age 16, Verstappen scored a record 6 consecutive victories in the series and finished the series with 10 victories, 8 retirements, and 1 DNS, placing 3rd in the overall rankings. And this is just the beginning of many more to come. Max started his F1 career with Scuderia Toro Rosso in 2014. During his first practice sessions at the 2014 Japanese Grand Prix, the Dutchman replaced Jean-Éric Vergne as part of his preparations for a full-time seat at Toro Rosso next season. During his 17 years of age and 3 days, Max was the youngest person to participate in a Formula One race weekend. In August of the same year, he got an offer from Mercedes to join their driver development program and at the same time from Red Bull Junior team to test a Formula Renault 3.5 car. After taking careful consideration, Max decided to join the latter. Verstappen became the youngest driver to start at a World Championship race through joining Toro Rosso's race driver lineup with Carlos Sainz as his teammate in his GP debut as a full-time driver at the 2015 Australian Grand Prix at the age of 17 years, 166 days, breaking Jaime Alguersuari's existing record by almost 2 years. In the 2016 season, once again Verstappen started for Toro Rosso alongside Carlos Sainz. However, on May 5, 2016, following the Russian Grand Prix, Red Bull Racing announced that Verstappen would be replacing Daniil Kvyat from the Spanish Grand Prix onwards, with Kvyat returning to Toro Rosso. He earned the praise from the team's principal Cristiano, saying that Max is a proven young talent and his performance during his time at Toro Rosso has been impressive. Horner himself was glad to be able to give Max a chance to start with the one and only RBR. Starting at the 4th positions for the Spanish Grand Prix, Verstappen managed to hold off Ferrari's Kimi Raikkonen in the later stages of the race to take his first Formula One victory. As a result, Max once again broke a record of the youngest driver ever to win a Formula One race Grand Prix at the tender age of 18 years and 228 days, dethroning Sebastian Vettel, who previously held this record. In addition, during his first 8 races with Red Bull, Max achieved 6 top 5 finishes, including 4 podiums. Despite all these achievements, we can argue that 2021 was without a doubt a season to remember by Max Verstappen. At the Bahrain Grand Prix, Verstappen topped all practice sessions and subsequently took a career 4th pole position. This was the first time he achieved back-to-back pole positions. Going into the final round of the season, Verstappen and Hamilton were on equal points in the Drivers' Championship. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix will be the battlefield to settle this rivalry that has been going on throughout the season. Verstappen took the lead from Hamilton in the final lap to win the race and gave himself the first Formula One World Drivers' Championship of his career. In the following year, during the 2022 season, Max Verstappen signed a contract extension with Red Bull Racing from 2023 to 2028 seasons. Verstappen suffered 2 fuel system-related retirements in the first 3 races, finding himself 46 points behind championship leader Charles Leclerc. He responded by winning 5 of the next 7 races, allowing him to take the championship lead and build a gap of 37 points over second place, which was held by his teammate Sergio Perez. He would go on to dominate much of the season, winning 15 races, securing the World Drivers' Championship at the Japanese Grand Prix. It doesn't take him until the end of the season to secure the title. What a mad lad! Winning all those championship titles, surely he got stacks in his bank accounts. By 2023, Max Verstappen net worth is recorded at $200 million. The 25-year-old racer received an annual salary of $54 million under his current contract with Red Bull. Verstappen has recently been reported to have bought an 11,000 square foot luxury villa in Monaco for a price tag of $40 million. The villa is fitted with an indoor pool, 5 enormous bedrooms, gaming room, wine cellar, home theater, and much more amenities. Isn't it amazing how a 25-year-old can afford such a thing? Well, that's not all. Very recently, Max has gifted himself a brand new Bombardier Challenger 3500 private jet. The jet itself was worth more than $40 million. And to top it off, he spent an additional $5 million on renovating the interiors. It comes with a voice-controlled cabin, 4K display television, adjustable sweet spot audio, internet, and haptic touch cabin control switches. Being a racer, it is a sure thing that Max loves cars. He recently bought a Bugatti Chiron for $3 million. He also owned a Lamborghini Aventador, costing him $1 million. Other than that, Max also owns an Audi R8, Jaguar F-Type, McLaren 720S, and Mercedes-Benz AMG. We can be sure that his collection of cars will only grow from this point onwards, following the promising career and future he has ahead. Well, what do you think about Max Verstappen achievements? Do you think he will clinch the 2023 season and remain on his throne as the world champion? Let us know in the comments down below, and if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for our next drop.